the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another season, another night, another exciting moment here in racing. Come on in, sit on down, hold on tight as we are ready for our Grand National Series here in OP Racing. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and tonight's race, oh my goodness, tonight's race is the Ricky Bobby Foundation for people who want to go really fast, really quick, presented by Les Levy. Thank you very much for joining me. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and qualifying is getting underway here for Wednesday night. Right now, Jerry Bergeron out on the speedway. Trying to count how many cars are actually in this session. There's quite a few, with quite a few names that I have not seen before. So if I get your name wrong, blame Zach Fritsch. It's his fault, not mine. Our Wednesday night series kicks off here tonight at Daytona. Very exciting season 16 with some new changes coming in. We're going to run the B car for the first 3 races. And then from race 4 on into the beginning of the playoffs, right before they start. So the rest of the regular season will be in the trucks. And we'll also feature the bracket challenge that will start in week 4. I'm very excited for that. Looking at Harold Rothery as he makes his way around the speedway. Right now, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds on top of the leaderboard with a 51.04. Now Nate Warren taking over that top spot. Rothery gonna head across the start finish line, and he ends up in 4th. Gabe Butler in the 88 rolling out on the speedway. Derek Donna in the 215. Starting to his qualifying time. No, he's done qualifying. Good grief. Zach Fritsch in the 12 out on the track. Robert DuPont out there in the 126. DuPont across the line, and he's going to jump up into 4th place. The Italian stallion himself, Vicente Guerrero. Vicente going to start, or going to flash across the start finish line, starts his timed lap. Zach Workman, who I had the pleasure of meeting at Kansas Speedway last month. Workman in the number 19 Instacart machine. Did get to meet quite a few of the OP drivers at Kansas Speedway and had a great time. Not sure they can say the same about meeting me, but I enjoyed getting to meet them. So Workman into the top 10 with his qualifying run. With that being said, as Zach Fritsch crosses the start finish line and moves into 12th place, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
"36 drivers looking to take the green flag here tonight in race number 1 of season 16. Field beginning to roll out, so let's take a look at our starting lineup for this one. Row number 1 going to see Nate Warren with a 51.037 time to his outside Jimmy Reynolds in the 17. Les Levy, Robert DuPont making up row number 2. Row 3 going to be Harold Rothery and Eric Laurie. Row 4, Gabe Butler, Kevin Fries. Row number 5, Anthony English and Zach Workman. Row 6, Sean McCara and Zach Fritsch. Row number 7 going to be Jeff Crosby Sr. and Dustin Logston. Ron Walters and Nick Wing for row 8. Row number 9, Vicente Guerrero and Jeff Crosby Jr. Row number 10 going to be made up of Dana Shepard and Andy Brigante. Row 11, Jerry Bergeron and Andrew Schroeder. David Overstreet and Dwayne Corbett for row 12. Row 13, Derek Donna and Rick Seabrands. Row 14, Shane Posey and Mark Mann. Row 15 going to be Chris Jordan and Alex Giffen. Row 16 will be Rick Sanchez and Justin Coy. Lynn McNeese and Doug Johnson make up row 17. And Stephen Lane and Robert Thorns not making the call to the grid they would be 35th and 36th. So Nate Warren in the 16 with that pole position. Good lap time out of Nate Warren and a great lap time out of the 17 as well. Ford Mustang pulls down and away. And for the first time here in season 16, we take the green flag in the Grand National Series. And the 16 gets a good jump over the 17. Les Levy tries to get to the back bumper. Heading off into turn number 1, side by side. The front few rows looking nice and tight and sturdy, if you will. A little bit further back, they've all kind of fanned out already, so not a great start from the middle of the pack on. But they will all close up here very quickly. The Warren down on the inside, off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1 into the trial? But it looks like the 16 of Nate Warren is going to register lap number 1 for himself. Jimmy Reynolds in the Reynolds wrap 17 on that outside lane. He has DuPont on his back bumper. On board with the 126. Into the tri-oval, Jimmy Reynolds nosing ahead, and Reynolds gonna lead the lap. Stays to the high side, hasn't dropped down to the bottom, staying committed to the lane that's got him to the race lead. However, here comes Nate Warren challenging back on the inside. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, a little bit down below the racing line. Gathers it back in. Stephen Lane chiming in YouTube chat, said he wanted to go to the race at Kansas. Stephen Lane, I wish you would have been. Would have liked to meet you. I got to meet Luttrell, got to meet Fritchie, Workman, Tyler Miller. Got to meet a lot of the OP guys. And not only did I get to meet a lot of the OP guys, but the race was pretty good itself. It was hot though for September. It was a hot September day. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. We were all getting cooked. It was great. Shane Posey in the 83 right now has the fastest lap of the race at a 47.55. Meanwhile, we're 3 wide at the front. Looks like the 81 Nerditude's machine of Dustin Logston and Jeff Crosby Jr., another driver I got to meet. They're working that third lane. Ginger Parent saying, so glad Wednesday nights are back. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad to be back here on Wednesday night as well. Had a much needed break. Not only was it a break from broadcasting, I was very busy doing real life racing. Didn't have a whole lot of time for broadcasting, but my race season has come to an end. And as a crew chief, I am very proud to announce that my rookie driver got Rookie of the Year and finished third in the points. So, yeah. Several accomplishments as a crew chief while I was away from y'all. Dan Parent here as well. All right, new season. Let's go, Dana Shepard and Derek Donna. Turns out Stephen Lane's in-laws live in Topeka. And Stephen Lane's not telling us where he lives. Smart choice. I might come and stalk you otherwise. Alan Fritsch chiming in. Alan, welcome. Come on in, sit on down, grab a beverage of choice. It can be an adult beverage. It can be a kiddie beverage. Just make it a beverage of choice because why not? I will say I have missed everybody while I was away. Monday night got to kick off season 16 for them as well. Felt great to be back in the saddle. The AC/DC song, not AC/DC, Aerosmith. Wow, the Aerosmith song was in my head. Also AC/DC because Thunderstruck is what I prefer to listen to when I pump myself up. So you can see my slip of the tongue. Steve Hoppett wants me to stalk him. He's a little bit away, but I wouldn't mind stalking you if I was a little bit closer. That's a dang near. That flight is. I want to say it's. I forget how far of a flight. It's almost 24 hours from Kansas City to anywhere in Australia. It's a long time. It's a long time. Stephen Lane, he lives in Oklahoma. All right, Stephen, what part of Oklahoma? Because I am down in there from time to time. Zach Workman in the 19, up 9 spots as we got trouble. They're sideways, they're crashing. Les Levy involved. Rick Seabrand's taking evasive action through the grass. Several cars involved in this one. Mark Mann looked like he went through pit road. Ron Walters in the 10. We got one stopped completely. Derek Donna slow as well. Derek Donna missing his hood. The yellow flag coming out for the first time here tonight. See if we can figure out what happened here. Arca brakes. Looks like Arca brakes were a thing. Bad wrench service. As a GM technician, that's funny. Oh, that's funny to me. Les Levy, 15, a Jeff Crosby Sr. Those guys all getting into it. Lynn McNeese getting a piece. tri-oval pretty much just got sealed off. Everyone had to make do with the little space that they had. So Derek Donna leaving pit road, still got some damage to work on. Everyone has come down pit lane, either to work on damage or to get fuel. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. Be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our yellow flag is about to be wrapped up. Our first caution of the night, about ready to go away. Zach Workman, Jimmy Reynolds on the front row for this restart, as the pace car is going to duck down onto pit road. Here we go. 34 drivers in this race, 36 registered, 34 taking the green flag, and Zach Workman looks like he's the only one who wants to go racing here in this restart. Everyone else hanging back quite a bit. Workman, though, going to have to figure out how to get some momentum to challenge the outside lane, because here comes the 071 of Eric Laurie. Eric Laurie out to the race lead. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. stays outside. Now he's to the race lead. So the second lane really had a great run on that restart. Workman losing several places. And now Zach Fritsch in the 12, going to lead the second lane. Jeff Crosby Jr. leads the inside lane. And that is the battle at the front. Meanwhile, a little bit deeper in the field. They are single file. We saw Rick Sanchez in the 4, who went through the grass to avoid the 5. Rick Sanchez in the 5. Rick Seabrands in the 4 went through the grass. I'll tell you what, if I was perfect, I'd be an angel. But I am the opposite of perfect. Speaking of Rick Seabrands, he just turned the fastest lap of the race at a 47.14. The lap times coming down throughout this race. Ron Walters in the 10. Walters at the tail end of the lead lap here. New fast lap of the race by Justin Coy, turning a 46.88. Justin Coy in the 86, using the second lane to nail down that fast lap. Stephen Lane made that Rick Seabrands, Rick Sanchez mistake himself. Good. It feels doing a chest bump to you. You can't see it, but doing a Brothers Unite chest bump. Made several mistakes in my broadcasting career. We'll just keep adding to them as I continue to broadcast these races. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 continues to lead the race. Eric Glory in the 071 pushing hard on his back bumper. Zach Fritsch in the 12 machine leading the charge in the second lane. Alan, where you at? The 12 machines leading the charge in the second lane, Alan. A lot of cars peeling off for pit road. Jimmy Reynolds, Gabe Butler, Eric Laurie, Kevin Freeze, Vicente Guerrero, Dana Shepard, Andrew Schroeder, Nick Wing, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Justin Coy, all peeling off for pit road. Race off of pit road. Looks like the 88 of Gabe Butler going to spin the fastest one, or going to be the fastest one on and off pit road. Oh, and Workman pitting, locked up all 4 tires. We'll see if he got it slowed down in time. Looked like he did, but going to be close. Next group of drivers on the pit road, though. Alan Fritsch gonna deliver some dad jokes. Oh, this night just keeps getting better. Pat Fritsch out in the race lead. The Nerditude's 81 trying to challenge to his outside. Fritsch gonna peel off for pit road. He's got 2 other cars that are with him. That's the 44 of Anthony English and the 126 of Robert DuPont. The 83 of Shane Posey assumes the race lead. Alan Fritsch coming in with a dad joke. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? that's a good one. What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie? A gentle man? I don't. Oh, sophisticated. Sophisticated. Dad jokes never get old. Dads do. The jokes never do. Doug Johnston is our race leader. Jerry Bergeron, Chris Jordan, Ron Walters yet to come down pit road during this cycle. Looks like Johnson gonna peel off for pit lane. That leaves Jerry and Chris not come down pit lane. Ron Walters, we saw him earlier and lost the draft. He is still out there driving around, still going solo. So Jerry and Chris, Jerry Bergeron, Chris Jordan, and a new fast lap of the race. As I'm saying that, brought to you by the Maker's Mark machine, number 62 of Les Levy, earning a 46.85. If you're wondering why this broadcast is off the rails, it's because I do have Maker's Mark. It is pretty good. Back to our race leaders, though. Jerry Bergeron, Chris Jordan running 1 and 2. Their last lap time was at a 49.2. Jeff Crosby Jr. turning a 47.42. So the pack is closing in on these guys, but they are trying to stay out and log as many laps as possible. We're going to take a stage break at lap 35. So the 1 and the 78 are giving up a lot of time by staying out. However, they might make it up on the backside. We'll see. Not 100% sure on the strategy here, but sometimes just being out front leading laps is what the goal is. Meanwhile, we have another new fast lap of the race as the yellow flag comes out, but Dustin Logston turning the fastest lap of the race at a 46.46. Yellow flag is out. We have one slow. That is David Overstreet. Looks like maybe Sean McCarra getting a piece of it as well. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Sean McCarra already sideways. Oh, and McCarra getting turned going into the corner. Walks it down on the inside. Andrew Schroeder in the 48. Getting into the back bumper of the 71. So our second caution of the night. I do believe we'll see the 1 and 78 hit pit road. As far as the rest of the field, I have no idea who's going to stay out and who's going to come down. Jeff Crosby Jr. stays out. He will take over the race lead. Doug Johnson gets the free pass. He will be back on the lead lap. As Johnson cycles around, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., the 19 of Zach Workman, and the 88 of Gabe Butler are your top three. Lights go out on the pace car, and the field going to stack up too wide behind the pace car. Jeff Crosby Jr., Zach Workman, row number 1. Then it's Gabe Butler, and the 12 is Zach Fritsch for row 2. Ford Mustang gonna peel off for pit road this time. And here we go, the 33 and the 19 in control of the field. Green flag is out. We're back underway here at Daytona as the Ricky Bobby Go Fast Foundation, presented by Les Levy, tries to bring a close to stage number 1. .33 down on the inside, hugging that yellow line, gonna get a shot from the 88. The 19 building the momentum in the second lane down the back stretch. Zach Fritsch giving him a shot to the back bumper. Side by side into turns 3 and 4. Do want to point out Shane Posey, David Overstreet, and Alex Giffen not on the lead lap. Alex Giffen actually out of the race in the 99 machine. So Alex Giffen, an early retirement after doing 25 laps. That gives us 33 drivers in this race still. Shane Posey, David Overstreet not on the lead lap. John McCara in the 71, that torn up race car. Last car on the lead lap, but he is all by himself. It looks like the front tires can't decide which way they want to point. They cannot agree on the direction that is forward. Sean McCara heavily damaged. That car wounded beyond all belief, still cycling around out there. Meanwhile, the 33 and the 88 are now side by side. Gabe Butler making the move up in front of the 19. First few rows looking nice and steady here in the Grand National Series. As I say steady, they start working and squirming and worming their way, and around they go, and the yellow flag going to come out. Dustin Logston getting turned in this situation. Logston gets pointed the wrong way. Let's see what happened here. Logston really the only one spinning. Several other cars though getting bumped, going for a ride down to the inside. So that's going to do it for the end of the stage. And it looks like the 88 of Gabe Butler going to be our stage winner. Butler gonna lead the field down onto pit lane. Once he's done with his pit stop, we'll get a quick word in with him and talk to him about this stage win that he's acquired to kick off season 16 here in the Ricky Bobby Go Fast Foundation, presented by Les Levy. And the 88 gonna drive right on by, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get talking to him. There he is. Found him. Got it. Gabe, got your ears on, bud?
I do, man.
Hey, that 88 picked up a stage win here to kick off season 16 on Wednesday nights. Man, tell me a little bit about how you did it.
Well, I think the temperatures in the cars had something to do with it there, and I know Vince was pushing Junior, and he might have had to back out or might have got out of shape a little bit, and was able to get up in top lane, got a great push there from Mr. Workman, and was able to get back down in front of Junior, and caution came out, and we got it.
Well, Gabe, it looked like, for the most part, drivers at the front are content to be 2 wide, maybe a little bit of 3 wide breaking out. What is it like to be in 2 wide right now versus 3 wide?
It's a little bit unstable. These cars don't push the best, so whether it's 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. But 3 wide's probably a little bit more on the edge there, especially if you're in the middle. So you really got to watch it and hold your line. So we'll see how the rest of this thing goes.
All right, man. Well, we're seeing you coming around. You drove through the pit lane the first time. You're going to hit pit road this time?
Yeah, I'm just going to go in and take 4 needs tires here tonight, it seems like. So we'll go ahead and take advantage of that.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for this stage win?
Just a shout out to OP and a congratulations on season 16. They've been going a long time. So big shout out to OP and all our admins. And of course, Team Bootnaka in here tonight. Shout out to the boys on the team.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the rest of the race and nice job in stage 1.
Thank you, brother.
That is Gabe Butler, ladies and gentlemen, our stage 1 winner. Getting it done here tonight. That being said, the lights have gone out on the Ford Mustang. Zach Fritsch and the 18 of Harold Rothery on the front row for this restart. Row 2 going to be made up of the 126 of Robert DuPont and the 78 of Chris Jordan. Ron Walters and Jimmy Reynolds make up row number 3. Off of turn number 4 here, the field comes racked and stacked and looking oh so calm, but that's not going to last long. Here we go, green flag out, we are back underway. Zach Fritsch jumping out to the lead. Inside line really non-existent right now. That second lane not going to have a shot at it as the yellow flag comes out very quickly. See if we can figure out what happened to bring out this fourth caution. Second one in a row here. Looks like the 62 of Les Levy getting a little torn up. It seemed like maybe an accordion effect gets him caught out. So yellow flag flies once again, and the 62 crab walking all the way to his pit stall. That being said, guys, we'll be right back here in just a moment. Welcome back as the field is getting racked and stacked and ready to rock and roll again, I guess. 4 yellow flags have slowed us down here tonight. This 4th one about ready to be wrapped up here in our 70 lap race. We're working lap 39. Harold Rothery and Chris Jordan on the front row for this restart. Then it's Jimmy Reynolds and Kevin Fries for row number 2. 43 of Dana Shepard on the inside of row number 3 as the pace car peels off. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap up this 4th caution and get back into it. The green flag is out. We are back underway. On board with Overstreet for this restart. The 4 Rick Sebrands just ahead of him. Overstreet on the lead lap, but down in 27th spot. Freeze in the 25, trying to take over the race lead for the first time tonight. Does so from the outside lane, slides down to the inside, and the 25 now your race leader. So Kevin out in front in that number 25. Rothery, Eric Laurie, Jimmy Reynolds, and Ron Walters, your top 5. Want to point out that Sean McCara is in 33rd spot. That's 71, still on the lead lap. Still can't figure out what way the front tires want to point, but he has not given up. Sean McCara in the 71 still soldiering on. All of our drivers on the lead lap that are out there. Only one car out of the race that took the green flag. That is Alex Giffen in the 99. Robert Thorns, Stephen Lane scheduled to start this race, but did not take the green flag. And McCara in 33rd spot. Going off the nose of Nick Wing. Just ahead of him is Anthony English and David Overstreet. Les Levy with a good run. Going to make his way past Nick Wing as Les Levy drops down that yellow line. Freeze in the 25 doesn't have a challenger in the second lane just yet. And the yellow flag going to come out. We had several drivers getting out of shape through the tri-oval. Andy Brigante going spinning down on the inside. Our fifth caution of the night is out on display. Nate Warren going to lead the field onto pit road. Here they all come. Winning the race off of pit road. That was a close one. And it looks like Nate Warren going to win the race off of pit road. Workman in the 19 did not come down pit lane. Zach Workman is our race leader here under the fifth caution of the night. Nate Warren, Kevin Freeze, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Harold Rothery right now make up your top five. Field racked and stacked and heading through turns 3 and 4 as they get ready to go racing once again. Pace car out of the way. Here we go. Zach Workman in the 19 on the throttle, and we are back underway. Workman in the 19, holding firm to that yellow line. Nate Warren trying to make something happen in the second lane. Still side by side as they complete another lap. 21 laps to go. One more pit stop is scheduled for this event. When will it happen? Let's find out as we continue on here through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, the 19 last on pit road on lap 38. So didn't hit pit lane with everyone else, gained a lot of track position, knowing that there's still one more pit stop to go. Now the question becomes, when do you hit pit lane, and how does that strategy that Workman put himself in play out? For this to work in Zach's favor, would expect to see him on pit road with the group that comes down, maybe with 15 laps to go, 16 laps to go, somewhere in there. He'll have enough fuel in the tank to get there. No matter what, though, everyone has to make one more pit stop. We still have 33 cars on the lead lap. Sean McCara still out there. Gotta love a driver who just doesn't want to quit, and right now that is the 71 of Sean McCara. Not giving up, hanging tough, hanging in there. 19 laps to go. Here comes our first group of drivers on the pit road. Mark Mann, the first one to peel off. Everyone else behind him scrambling, and they all squeeze on the pit lane. And here comes Workman. He's going to, oh, contact. Around goes the 43. Oh my goodness, was that close with the 43. He was able to shut it down. The Workman avoiding calamity right there. That will give the lead to Nate Warren. Going to cost Dana Shepard some time, and Shepard still sitting in his pit stall. And Shepard getting handed a penalty as the race leader comes around and puts Dana Shepard one lap down. Kevin Freeze in the 25 right now scored as our race leader. Last time on pit road was 10 laps ago. So we'll still have to hit pit lane. Same with Rothery and Jimmy Reynolds, your top three. They're all going to have to hit pit road. Here comes Freeze. Here they all come from the first few spots. Ron Walters, Derek Donna, Chris Jordan, Doug Johnson all stay out. They are the final four drivers who have not made a pit stop yet. Zach Workman and Shane Posey serving penalties along with Dana Shepard. The Walters, now our race leader, Derek Donna in the 215, sitting in second. Chris Jordan and Doug Johnson in fourth. These drivers still will have to hit pit lane, but they're enjoying the clean air that they have right now. Of our drivers who have pitted, 04 Mark Mann out in front, but he is under attack by the 16 of Nate Warren. Oh, and down to the inside, we got two cars. Looks like David Overstreet in the 46 going to smack the inside wall, but he keeps it going, and we stay green. That was down the back stretch. Mark Mann, Nate Warren, and here comes Kevin Freeze in the 25 in the third lane. Down to 13 laps to go. Walters, Johnson, Donna, and Jordan still have not hit pit road. Oh, and trouble. And around they go, and big time trouble. Yellow flag going to come out. Zach Fritsch in the 12 nosed into the inside wall. And yellow flag comes out, and it's not going to do Walters and Johnson any favors. Take a look at what brought out the yellow flag here. Jeff Crosby Jr. getting involved. Looked like minimal contact for all the cars that were scattered. I expect to see everyone get back out there. So Walters, Johnson, Donna, and Jordan, your top four, but they'll have to hit pit road. We're working our 6th yellow flag of the night. Walters on the pit road, but Nate Warren and that group all stay out. Nate Warren right now scored as our race leader, but there are several cars between him and the pace car. Lights go out on the pace car and the wave around happens, and now Nate Warren gets caught up to the back bumper. Nate Warren on the inside for this restart. Kevin Freeze on his outside. Mark Mann, Robert DuPont, row number 2. With that yellow flag and with the reset that we have, 31 cars on the lead lap. Shane Posey in 31st spot. Dana Shepard, David Overstreet, and Alex Giffen not on the lead lap. Dana Shepard still out there. Overstreet and Giffen behind the wall. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway for less than 10 laps to go in this one. Side by side into turn number 1. Nate Warren down on that yellow line, trying to hold tight. He has the veteran Kevin Freeze to his outside. Kevin looking to pick up the season opening win, and he is in that spot that he really prefers, that front row outside. On board with the 9 of Dwayne Corbett. Dwayne just on the outside of the top 10. Just ahead of him, the 86 of Justin Coy. Down to his inside is Jerry Bergeron. Oh, and around goes Nate Warren. Oh, contact with Corbett as we're on board. And the yellow flag comes out one more time. Nate Warren in the 16. Looks like he went up and over. A lot of chaos down the backstretch. Our 7th yellow flag of the night being displayed. Lights go out on the Ford Mustang. Kevin Freeze and Anthony English gonna line up on the front row for this restart. Row number 2 going to be Rick Seabrands and Mark Mann. Lights come back on. I'm going to cycle around one more time. Cars out of the race. Robert Thorne, Stephen Lane did not take the green flag. Alex Giffen went out on lap 25. Sitting on pit road, Gary Bergeron and David Overstreet. Overstreet has been on pit road for the last 15 minutes. Bergeron down and away. He finds himself on the lead lap, so that gives us 32 cars on the lead lap out of 34 who took the green flag. Final handful of laps. Keep in mind, we will use green-white checkered attempts if we need to. Kevin Freeze, Anthony English on the front row for this restart. Rick Seabrands, Mark Mann, row number 2. Row 3 going to be Nick Wang and Jeff Crosby Sr. Here we go. Pace car peels off for pit road. Kevin Freeze into the restart zone. Green flag is out. We are back underway for the final 2 laps. First attempt at a green-white checkered. This one coming naturally. Down the back stretch, 25 down on the inside, has a good healthy shove from the 4 Rick Seabrands. 25 and the 4 gonna break away. The 4 makes a move to the outside. Kevin Freeze throwing a block, trying to throw a second block, can't get it done. Rick Seabrands makes a move to the inside. White flag in the air. Final time around, and Rick Seabrands in the 4 has the lead. Oh, Les Levy sideways. They're crashing behind him, but the battle stays at the front. Down the back stretch, they're all fighting tooth and nail. Into turns 3 and 4, another car goes spinning. The 21 of Nick Wing, door checking the 25 of Kevin Freeze, but the 4 Rick Seabrands off of turn number 4. He has his nose to clean air. Everyone falling apart behind him, and the 4 of Rick Seabrand going to pick up the win here tonight in the season opener of the Ricky Bobby Go Fast Foundation, presented by Les Levy. Seabrands gets it done. Nick Wing brings it home in second, and rounding out the final step of the podium is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Take a look at the rest of our results. Kevin Freeze, Anthony English, round out your top 5. 6 goes to Rick Sanchez, Derek Donna, and Dustin Logston, 7th and 8th. 9th goes to Justin Coy. Jeff Crosby Sr. ends up in 10th. 11th goes to Dwayne Corbett. Mark Mann, 12th. 13th goes to Jeff Crosby Jr. Zach Fritch, 14th. 15th, Ron Walters. Nate Warren, 16th. 17th, Andy Brigante. Shane Posey in 18th. 19th, Dana Shepard. Eric Laurie in 20th. 21st, Sean McCara. 22nd, Jerry Bergeron. Magente Guerrero, 23rd. 24th, Doug Johnson. Harold Rothery, 25th. Jimmy Reynolds in 26th. 27th goes to Robert DuPont. Andrew Schroeder, 28th. 29th is Les Levy. Zach Workman is 30th. 31st goes to Chris Jordan. First car one lap down, that is Lynn McNeese. David Overstreet finishing 13 laps down. Alex Giffen, Robert Thorns, and Stephen Lane are all drivers who also were registered for this race. Giffen doing 25 laps here tonight. So that being said, let's move on to our post-race interviews. Let's kick it off by talking to the driver of the 4. That is our race winner, Rick Seabrands. Rick, congratulations on the race win.
Thanks, man.
Man, it's been a hot minute since I got to talk to you, but here you are in victory lane.
Yeah, I was just commenting in my channel. I says it's been so long since I've won a Wednesday series race. This is pretty cool. Man, what a job Nick Wing did there. He did a great job of pushing coming back to that line. I knew that outside line was going to have a tremendous amount of momentum and energy, and they did. And it broke up there for a little bit, and Nick was right there to give me a good shove and get me some nice momentum coming back to the checkered band. So that was all on him. Huge thanks to him. This is I ain't won one of these in a while on Wednesday, so this is cool.
Well, man, congratulations on the race win. Always feels good to pick up a win, but really feels special when there's a long time in between, man.
Yeah, and I guess the bracket challenge, I guess I'm the number 1 seed now in the bracket challenge, so who would have thought that? That's pretty cool, man. That's a nice little perk to this deal too, so we'll take that.
Yeah, that bracket challenge going to start taking place here in week number 4, and So getting that seating in is going to happen here, in these next now 2 races, if you will.
Oh, I thought the seating was for this one, so that's my bad. But that's cool. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
the seating is all throughout up, and then it sets in race number 4.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. So man, I'll tell you what, congratulations. Any other shout outs, thank yous you'd like to add?
Thanks to you guys for broadcasting, all the fans at home, all the OP guys for giving us the place to race on Wednesdays. And thanks again to Nicholas. That was a good push in there.
All right, man. Well, nice job and congratulations on the race win.
All right, thank you.
That is Rick Seabrands, driver of the number 4, picking up the win here tonight. Now let's move on to our second place finisher, and that is none other than Nick Wing. Nick, congratulations on second place.
Yep, thank you.
Man, I'll tell you what, kind of a quiet race for you, but it seemed like that 21 was mid-pack to the top of the field all night long.
That's the way I usually like to run them, wait for all the people to wreck and maybe get lucky here and there. And I got lucky quite a bit.
Well, luck put you into second place here tonight. So pit crew, drivers, mom, dad, aunts, uncles, anyone you need to thank?
I thank everybody, all the people that sponsor the racing, and everybody that does the admins, and my teammates, Rick Seabrands, Mark, Anthony English, and Sanchez, and Shorter every now and then.
All right, Nick. Well, congratulations on a solid second place finish here tonight. Nice job.
Yep, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move on to our third and final step of the podium. He was our stage winner, and now he's our third place finisher overall here tonight, and that is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Gabe, congratulations on third place.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Kind of got lucky with the cautions there. Got caught in that wreck, had damage, and was way back in the field, but I decided to stay out with that little bit of front end damage, and I knew I was going to be on the bottom, so I was just going to stay there. I don't think I could have went for a win, but I guess with everybody wrecking out there, and the thing got moving, ended up getting P3, so I'll take it. Just really lucky.
Man, a great opening night for you. Like I said earlier, stage win, now a third place finish. So who do you have to thank for this performance here tonight?
Big shout out to the boys in Team Boot Knocker, man. You know, we had Jimmy in there, we had Eric, and we had Kevin back after a long absence. It's always a blast running with those guys. And while I'm here, just give another shout out to OP and the admins for season 16. And of course, yourself, KR, up in the booth, man. We appreciate you.
All right, man. Well, nice job bringing it home in third place, and look forward to seeing you again next week.
All right, my man. Thanks.
That is Gabe Butler from Team Bootnaka bringing it home in third place. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up for us. Want to give a shout out to everyone in YouTube chat: Steve Hoppett, Alan Fritch. Oh, we had the Ginger Parent, all those guys chiming in. Thank you so much for participating in chat. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and if you did, hit that thumbs up. And always remember to keep cheering for your drivers in the chat. So until next time, stay safe. Have a great night.